Well, hello everyone, and happy Monday. I hope you all are doing great to start the week. I know that week 1 is done and over, so you could wipe that brow and be proud of yourself. It goes pretty fast. If you blink your eyes, it goes pretty fast. So enjoy the time that you're here. Keep in contact with your instructors, communicate on the discussion boards, be interactive as much as you can. So we have a real treat for you guys this afternoon. Molly, who I'm going to introduce in a moment, is going to go over all the wonderful things that you can find right online in your library resources. And the great thing about this presentation is this is essential to your success for not only this week with the 2.4 misinformation debate, which I'm going to go over in a few seconds, but it's also going to help you with that big assignment, researching credible connections 2.5. I'm going to briefly introduce both those things. However, your instructors will be giving the extra go-to sessions on these very subjects. So look out for emails from your instructor and make sure you sign up or at least watch the archive, because they're there to help you and really give you a heads up of what you can be doing to be proactive and get a great grade. I'm seeing that I sound a little choppy. Do I still sound choppy? I still sound choppy. How about now? Can we hear me? A little? Okay. Oh, that's better. Awesome. Like I mentioned in the beginning, if you're not wearing your headsets, it could be that a little echoey to hear my voice and your voice. So I apologize if it was a little rough there. Okay, so week 2. First, welcome to week 2, and we have this thing called misinformation debate, and it gives you a statement. Technology has led to the increase in literacy skills, and if you look at your instructions, it gives you kind of subcategories to look at. And you've been split off to Team A, B, and C, and each of those teams have specific things that they need to do. Now, Team A needs to support the statement. That means that you're going to find resources that support technology has led to an increase. Team B is going to refute that statement, find resources that kind of debunk or don't technology has not led to the increase in literacy skills. And then Team C, you are going to gather all of, there's still audio problems. Team C is going to gather all of what Team A and Team B come up with and cross-reference their resources to come up with a solid determination of who had the stronger argument or who supported their statements stronger. Okay. On my end, it's saying that my audio is fully up, so I'm not too sure why I'm not coming through clearly. Okay. Stacy says, like a debate. It's sort of like a debate. It's not in the traditional sense that you are going to be in front of an audience and you're going to state your case and then go back and forth. You just have to make sure that you have strong support and know that you aren't presenting in front of a live audience. So you want to gather as much material as you can in order to support the statement. So your audience, which is online, could decipher whether or not you supported your statement correctly and strongly. And that'll give Team C enough information that they can discover who had the stronger argument. Okay. Yes, this is a group assignment. So I know that some instructors have conducted a go-to session on some tips that will help you collaborate in an online setting. I'm sure you have gone over Google Drive. You guys were introduced to Diigo right from the start, from week 1. That's a great place. It's a Web 2.0 tool. You can share and add each other's libraries, and you could divide and conquer and do your research in your own time and then share that information with your team members. That is the wonder of technology, and that's what makes us so blessed in the 21st century, is that you can actually do a group assignment online and you could reap the benefits as if you were in the room together. Who creates the group? The instructors creates the group, and it should be posted under your announcements on the FSO platform. Okay, so that is the misinformation debate in a That's the misinformation debate in a nutshell. The other thing that you have to look forward to is 2.5, and that's researching credible connections. As always, we stress that you use all the assets given to you. That means your instructions, the rubric. In some cases, there's fact sheets. In this case, there's an evaluation guide that'll guide you through some questions you should be asking yourself while completing this assignment. And you're evaluating 5 articles from popular news sources, and we give you some examples of those. So again, use all the assets. We provide everything for you. Make sure you're using them to taking full advantage of everything that we give you. Diigo, again, is going to be a great source for you to use to highlight information, to bookmark resources, to evaluate the credibility. And then in your presentation, you're going to put all this information together. And as I stated in the beginning of this lecture, many of your instructors are going to be giving a go-to session with their sections, going into depth of this assignment. So look out for an invitation from your instructor, and be sure to download all the assets and have questions ready. Always ask your instructor questions, and your fellow classmates are a great resource as well. Definitely reach out to each other and help each other out. So, with that said, without any further ado, I'm gonna introduce Molly Pueller. She works at the library here at Full Sail, and she's gonna give you all these wonderful resources that you have right at your fingertips. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Thank you so much, Trish. As Trish said, my name is Molly Pueller, and I'm over at the library. If you are an online student, pretty much everything that we have is available to you that we have on campus. And if you are a campus student, we are located in building FS3E. Just want to make sure you guys can hear me okay, since I know you were having some problems a second ago. Am I coming through all right? Wonderful. On the screen right here, you'll see our hours Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 9 p.m., and Saturday and Sunday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Of course, if you have a question after hours, you can shoot us an email and we will respond to you as quickly as possible. That being said, we have three main ways of contact. You'll see extension 8438, as well as our email, library@fullsail.com. I always suggest that you email library@fullsail.com. You have you're more likely to get a quick response than emailing me specifically. That being said, we have myself, 4 other staff, and about 25 work study. The work study aren't answering email though, so 5 staff supporting both campus and online. It could take a day maybe to create your account, maybe more. We also have Full Sail Library. That's our iChat messages AIM handle. So that means if you have a quick question about your account or one of the databases and you don't feel like picking up a phone or opening your email address, you can shoot that question over to Full Sail Library and we can hopefully help you out immediately. If it's a more advanced research question or account question, the work study might have to pass it on to a librarian, but we will get back to you. So I'm going to go over a few different areas today, our physical collection, our research databases, which is mainly what you'll be using, but I also wanted to cover our Library Live events quickly because people get very excited about those. Yeah, Jure, I'm sorry if I said your name incorrectly, just said wow, cool. We have monthly events here at the library, and I don't take any credit for them actually. I play a very small role. Most of it is students. Students put on the events, students advertise for the events, the show production kids, or students set up. We have film students that film, photographers that take the pictures, and all of it is available to the Full Sail community. Travis says he sees something about game night. Yep, we're going to get to that in a second. The two that you see on your screen right now, the left-hand side is an open mic night that we have, and we try to make these available to online students if we can. The left-hand side picture, that was open mic night, and that is someone's room in their apartment because it was an online student that was participating. On the right-hand side, you'll see one of previous students, Amy, performing stage combat. She was actually trained by the same gentleman that trained Harrison Ford and Michelle Pfeiffer in Catwoman and Indiana Jones. So very, very cool. Just to wake you guys up a little bit and show you what I mean about these events, if you could go to your materials drop-down and you'll see a link that says Game Night Video. If you guys could all watch that and then come back to the room. Does everyone see where it is? You just do the drop-down for materials. Perfect.
Muted.
Just let me know when most of you guys are finished watching. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and move forward. So that's one of our very popular game nights. We have those maybe every other month. They are very popular. We haven't figured out a great way to have them online yet, but maybe in the future. They're very economical. We provide Mountain Dew and Doritos, and the students are very happy. So on that note, I want to jump over to the Writing Center. You may be familiar with the Writing Center on Connect. You can set up appointments. They have a ton of information to you on their blog regarding citations and organization of your ideas. We also have open hours at the library Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 1 to 5 p.m. So what that means is you don't need to set up an appointment. You can just step up to the table Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, 1 to 5 p.m., and they'll help you out with your research paper or even your screenplay, helping you with those citations, syntax, organization, any of that stuff. And trust me, once you graduate, it can be really difficult to find someone to look over your work. So I recommend taking advantage of this resource that's provided by your tuition. If you are an online student, they do not have online open hours yet. But like I said, you can set up an appointment as well. You just go to their page on Connect, and they have a lot of information available for you there. So what we have as far as our physical collection goes, before I get into that, a couple things. All of this is free to you, both campus and online, and it's available online as well. So any of the items that we have in our collection, unless they're reference or something similar to reference, we will mail the items out to our online students for free. So we will mail our items out to our online students for free. And that's, whether you're in Miami, Florida, or if you're in Ohio or even Afghanistan, we're going to mail the items to you. It normally takes 3 to 5 business days. But if you're, Magnolia, Texas, we sure will. But if you're further away, then it's going to take a little bit longer. That being said, you will have due dates for your items, and if you're past your due dates, then you will be charged late fines. But you have the option of renewing your items, and we also, with your package, you receive instructions on how to return the item as well as a FedEx return envelope. So you don't have to worry about paying to return the items either. So we have over 16,000 books, and these are going to be items that 90% of them were picked by your instructors, by your course directors. These are going to be books on graphic design, on digital arts. We have a growing graphic novels collection. We also have magazines, and this isn't going to be People magazine, it's more trade magazines. You're going to see Guitar Player and Mac Life, Writer's Digest, all of that stuff. We also have a growing collection of screenplays, as well as student projects, and thousands of DVDs. And this includes, some really awesome tutorial DVDs on graphic design and that type of thing, but for the most part, they're entertainment DVDs. Because yes, it's really fun to watch the latest season of Parks and Recreation or Dexter, but it definitely can be used for your research depending on your degree program. And of course, once you guys graduate, you're going to work on these programs, so you might as well have access. You also, of course, we have our growing video games collection. I have 500 on the slide, but to be honest, we're not quite at 500 right now. But just so you know, all of those games are available to you, Xbox, PlayStation. We do not have the gaming systems, but we do have the games available to you. So if you want to check out anything from our physical collection, you need a Koha account. Koha is the open source software that we use to catalog our items, and if you've ever used a library catalog before, it's what you're going to use to search for the physical collection and request items to be mailed out to you. You don't need this account to use our research databases. This is only if you want to check out physical items from the library. So if you'd like to take a screenshot of this or write down the information, you're welcome to. It's your name, your student number, your mailing address, and your email address. That doesn't need to be your full sail email address. It just needs to be an email address that you will check regularly. And of course, your phone number. Command-Shift-3 is going to be how you take a screenshot. All right. So the remainder of what I'm going to go over with you guys is going to be just by showing you live using Safari. So what I want to point out is everything that I'm going over is going to be accessible from the library's Connect page. So you want to make sure when you're accessing any of these databases in Koha, you want to log into Connect and then go to the library's page. So I'm going to do so. I'm going to go to Organizations and then Library. Once you're on the library's page, you'll see a lot of information. The main links that you're going to be using are going to be right over here, the Koha Library Catalog that I just went over, and then the research databases that we're going to touch on in a second. You'll also see our events page that's going to have all of the events that I went over, as well as some other additional links. So I'm going to go ahead and enter Koha to show you how to request items if that's something that you'd like to do. Let's see. You will need the account to you won't need an account to search Koha, but you'll need an account to do anything else, to see what you have checked out, to renew, all of that. You can't request items without an account. So if you want to do anything with Koha, you want to make sure you create that account. Once you're on the home page, you'll see information that I already went over, hours, contact information. You'll see some tutorial videos down here. So if you forget how to do something with Koha, you can always check those out. And you'll also see some of our recent acquisitions. I'm going to go ahead and, let's see, click to look at my account. And let's see if we wanted to search for creative writing. Do we have any creative writing students in here? Awesome, we have a few. I see someone is looking at our events. You see Jackie Robinson. Yes, we are showing Jackie Robinson in a couple weeks. We also have a really cool Beatles event going on tonight that is a GPS event. If you're online, we will be filming the event, so it will be available online after the fact. Okay, so we're doing a search for creative writing. You'll see all of the items that come up. We use Library of Congress, so that's what this call number is going to be. You can click on the item to get some more information. This would allow you to see which edition you're looking at if you need a very specific copy. If you want to have items mailed out to you, this is how you do it. Basically, you find the item that you're interested in. I should point out at this time that you can check out 5 items at once. You can then add the item to your cart. I added something to my cart earlier, so I'm going to click on my cart. And then once you have the items in your cart that you want to have mailed out to you, you simply click on Send. The email address that you want to enter here is library@fullsail.com. That's going to send us a message letting us know that, Angela Felix wants to check out these 5 items. And then we'll email you back letting you know that we've pulled them off the shelf and when you can expect to receive them. You can add a comment or not add a comment, it's up to you. We pretty much get the breakdown from Koha when we receive the email. Someone's asking about online books. We do have ebooks available. I go over that if I have time, but just so you know, the ebooks are available under research databases, which I was jumping to next anyway. You'll see this little category right here for ebooks. All of the steps for downloading are listed right here. Creating an Adobe account, downloading Adobe Digital Editions, you'll need an EBSCOhost account, and then if you click here, you can search the ebooks catalog. But yes, we do have ebooks available. Okay, so next I'm going to show you, in case I lost you, I jumped to our research databases page. This is going to list all of the databases that we have available. One of the main databases that you'll probably use throughout your time at Full Sail is going to be EBSCOhost. We have quite a few EBSCOhost databases because they make several. We tried to pick databases that are relevant to your degree program, so Film and Television Literature Index. We have some psychology databases. If you don't know exactly which one you want to search, you can actually click on the main EBSCOhost right here. And this is going to allow you to pick which ones you want to search, or you can search all of them at once. So I'm going to select all of them and then click Continue. Okay, so what I'm going to do now that we're on EBSCO, this is definitely not in-depth how to do research, but I'm going to show you how to use some of the main tools of EBSCOhost. So let's enter in, let's do entertainment, business. You're going to see that you get 119,000 search results, a lot. So you're going to want to make sure that you continue to narrow down your search results. And you can do that in a couple of different ways. You can put in more specific search terms, or you can do an advanced search. There are a couple of things over on the left-hand side that you want to make sure that you're doing though. You can click on full text. That's going to narrow it down completely for you. Or I'm sorry, not narrow it down completely. That's going to only show you items that are available in HTML or PDF full text. You also have the option, of course, of changing the publication date, and you can pick which type of source you want to look at. People assume that EBSCOhost is all peer-reviewed academic articles. That's not the case. There's also going to be magazines and news and trade publications, a lot of different source types. So depending on what you're being asked to use for an assignment, you may want to narrow down in this way as well. It's going to go ahead and change my publication date to 2004. So once you decide that there's an article that you're interested in, you can click on the link right there. This is not taking you to view the article. What you're looking at is the basic information, including the abstract. If you want to view the item, you're going to want to click on PDF full text, or in some cases it'll say HTML, and that's right over here. That's what you're going to click on to actually view the item. So also on the screen, if I lost anyone at this point, you want to pay attention because this is some really helpful tips over here under the tools bar. Who loves doing APA citations? Exactly. No one loves doing APA citations, right? Maybe they're a little fun on occasion, but luckily EBSCOhost actually helps you out with your citations. So if you click on this cite tool right here, in about 7 different formats, it's going to provide the citation for you. So you'll see APA right here. You can copy and paste that into your references page. I say it's a place to start. You may want to double check this against Purdue OWL or Citation Machine to make sure that it is, correct and up to date, but it's a really great starting point. You'll also see the permalink right over here. This is going to be someone's asking where it's at. The screen that I'm on right here, it's right here where it says Cite. Okay, permalink is also available. Permalink is just a easy way to share an article that you're looking at. If you're not familiar with permalinks, it's basically a permanent web link. So you can simply copy and paste this permalink and you can email it to yourself or share it with someone else, and they should be able to access the article that you're looking at. I like that you like the permalink, Brittany. So that's up to the very basic parts. I encourage you to look around. There's a lot available that you may not be familiar with, including videos and images. There's a lot of company information. So there's a lot going on. And if you ever need more assistance with EBSCOhost, don't hesitate to reach out to the library. The next database that I want to show you is LexisNexis. I saw in the beginning that someone said that they'd been using LexisNexis already. Which makes me happy. LexisNexis is actually my favorite database. If you have used LexisNexis in the past, just a heads up, in 2014 they redid their database so it looks a little bit different. LexisNexis is going to be your go-to database for doing company research, for doing legal research. It doesn't have as many lengthy articles as EBSCOhost, but it's really great in all of the content that it aggregates on businesses, as well as international news sources. You do not need to create an account to use LexisNexis or EBSCOhost to answer someone's question. You can create an account through EBSCOhost, but you don't have to. Creating an account in EBSCOhost will give you some more tools that you can use, but you do not need that account in order to view articles. So if you look here, you'll see with this drop-down menu, search by content type, there's a lot of different types of information categories. You'll see news, legal, international legal, companies, and then people, places, and things. One of my favorite parts of LexisNexis is actually the companies section. If you click right here, this actually gives you the option to find a specific company. So you could do a search for Pixar, for example, and it's going to give you all of the contact information for executives. It's going to show you SEC filings and trademarks and patents. It also gives you the ability to create a company list. So if you wanted to pick different factors, sales revenues, and different industries, different geographic locations, it's going to show you any of the articles or any of the companies available in that area. Going back to the home page on LexisNexis, so it's not to overwhelm you too much, you can also just do a basic search. So I'm going to click on one of these hot topic links, for example. I'm going to look at the Winter Olympics. Just waiting for it to load. There we go. So you'll see in your search results, you're going to have all of these articles available for you to view. And much like EBSCOhost, over on the left-hand side, you can narrow down that search. So you can look at web-based publications, or you can look at news, you can look at industry trade press. And of course, in addition to that, you can narrow down by publication name, by subject, by industry, company, geography, a lot of different ways. So maybe we want to look at web-based publications. If we decide that this is the article that we're looking for or that we're interested in, you simply click on that article. And it's going to take you directly there. Unlike EBSCOhost, you don't have to click again. You are now viewing the article. So much like EBSCOhost, we also have a citation tool in LexisNexis. It's hidden, so hopefully you're paying attention right now. But what you would do is click on this little book right here. It's going to export bibliographic information. So you can click on display bibliographic information in a new window. I'm assuming you're using APA. You might be using MLA, but we click to change it to APA. And I'm going to export. And you'll see the citation pop up, and that's where you'll copy and paste that into your references or works cited. Going back to LexisNexis's homepage, there's a couple of the main features with LexisNexis. You can, of course, put in an article title here, do an advanced search if there's a specific article that you're looking for. If you put in the exact title and it doesn't come up, you may need to play around with using just keywords, parts of the title, because sometimes the title can change a little bit. If you ever get confused with LexisNexis, there tutorials as well as research guides. LexisNexis, of course, has its own YouTube channel. It's a really great place to explore and get started, especially if you're feeling overwhelmed with your research. So going back to our research databases page, Angela, I'm glad that you think I think your assignment will be easier than you thought. That's good news. Next database I want to show you is AP Images Collection. You've probably done Google image searches before, and maybe you found images that you can maybe use, but maybe they weren't the best quality, or maybe you didn't change the copyright preferences and you were actually stealing someone's work. There are a number of websites out there that you can use, Flickr, Comfy, but we of course have a database available for you as well with copyright-free, royalty-free images while you're at Full Sail. And the main one that we have is the AP Images Collection. So these are all going to be images that are provided by the Associated Press. So you'll see that there are some featured images on the main screen. These are going to look very much like images that were used in the news because they probably were. But you can, of course, do a search. So if I search, for example, for New York, you're going to get a number of items up in your search feed. You can click on one of the items to get some more information. And you'll see a caption as well as any of the information that you need to create that, that citation for your references or your works cited. I want to say these are going to be high resolution, high quality images, but you want to make sure that you're actually downloading them, that you're not right-click saving them. So to do that, you can just select any of the images that you're going to want to download. And let's just do another search quickly. I can do Olympics. And if you want, you can actually look at items or images that were actually uploaded in the last 24 hours. So let's look at that. And if you decide that you want to download these as well, you simply click. And then to download everything at once, which is pretty handy, you don't have to download singular images, you can click on View Selected. And there are the images from both of our searches, and you simply click on Download, and that's going to allow you to download the images. As I said, it's okay for you to use these at Full Sail. It's, you know, educational license, so free to use, okay to use. Timothy, tell Katie Ross that I say hello as well. These are free to use, okay to use while you're at Full Sail. So that's AP Images. It's really my favorite of the image databases that we have, but I'll quickly show you another one in case you are ever in a class, maybe art history or something like that, even if it's not for this class, that you may want to use our other database for. And this one is Oxford Art Online. Oxford Art Online is more than images. It's an art database, so there's going to be a lot of information on different artists, on different art time periods, on different art subjects. But if you are interested in seeing what images are available, you can simply type in a search term and then click on images right here. And we'll do a search. And that's going to allow you to look at any of the images available within your search terms. So you may find some photographs that would be useful for a presentation that you're creating. Exactly. And Oxford Art Online will also help you out with the citation. It's going to be in MLA or Chicago, but all you have to do is click on Cite, and there you go. I think someone asked where these are all going to be located. All of the databases that I'm going over are listed under the Research Databases page, which now is as good a time as any, guys. I'm going to show you once again how I got here. So if you're on Connect, just to walk you through the steps again, you want to go to Organization, Library, and then Research Databases. They're listed in alphabetical order, so this is where all of the databases are that I've been going over. So, keeping with the copyright-free, royalty-free media, next I would like to show you our music and sound effects database. Has anyone used Westar Music before? Okay, well I said LexisNexis is my favorite database, but you're probably going to like this one the best. So I just ask that when I'm finished showing you Westar that you continue to pay attention to me. This one has a specific login. It's listed right here, so if you forget, just remember it's listed on our databases page. It's username, Full Sail user, and password, Full Sail. So please do not create an account for Westar Music. You want to make sure that you're using the username and password that are listed. So I'm going to go ahead and log in with that information. Pamela is asking if this is free. Everything that I've gone over is free and okay for you to use, and that includes Westar Music. copyright free, royalty free while you're at West, or I'm sorry, not while you're at Westar, while you're at Full Sail. So that means if you are making some project that you're going to eventually take with you to make money, you'll want to make sure that you just save a spot. You know, maybe you use a rock music track. Just switch that out with something that you have a commercial license for before you actually use it. Because really the point of Western music, we have it, you know, so you can learn, so you can play around with it, not so you can make money off of it. So if we look at music search, just to point out how to use this page, you'll see that you can do a search here. You can also use these drop-down menus. You'll see that you can look at all of the different genres are available, the different instruments, styles, tempos, all of that you can use to narrow down your search. So I'm going to look at a specific instrument. If someone wants to type in an instrument that they'd like me to explore, maybe one of you play an instrument, bass, okay. Acoustic or electric? Electric, there we go. Someone's asking about licensing. You can, of course, reach out to Westar Music to buy the commercial license. Full Sail is not involved in that process, but yes, you're more than welcome to reach out to Westar Music, and you can decide to purchase or attempt to purchase the commercial license for something. So now that we're looking at electric bass, a couple different things. You'll see this purple icon. That's going to be where you preview the track. You'll also see the link, the style, beats per minute, the name from the CD that it comes from, as well as the price that you don't have to pay. That's included in our subscription to Westar Music, our Full Sail subscription to Westar Music, so it's not a price that you have to pay. You can also download in MP3 or WAV format. I like using .wav format better, but you may find that you need to use .mp3 for something. It's really up to you. You have both of those options available. It's actually not $39 for the CD, it's $39 for the track, I believe, actually. Someone's asking for login. I'm going to go over this once more, and then after that, you'll want to try to re-listen to the recording. But the login is listed right here. It's username Full Sail user and password Full Sail. And if you ever forget, it's located right on the research databases page. Okay, so let's go ahead and preview something. I'm not going to listen to all of this, but let's listen to part of this one. Okay, so that was part of swinging on something. I'm not sure the entire swinging on the back porch. Even more fun, in my opinion, than the music search, you also have the sound effects search. This gives you a number of different categories that you can explore. You'll see a few of them listed right here: entertainment media, water, sci-fi, music. If someone wants to type in one of these categories, we can look at them. Sci-fi, that one's one of my favorites as well. Okay, so you'll see once we're in sci-fi, there are 358 alien and space transmissions. So it gets pretty obscure with the sound effects that are available. I'm just going to click on one of these, evil and supernatural voices. And just to keep everyone awake, let's listen. I've never listened to these before in case you can't figure that out, so I'm not sure what dramatic vocal space presence will sound like, but let's see. So yes, you're welcome to use these for your projects. Please don't annoy your instructors with them. But hey, if you want to stay up late annoying your roommates, you're more than welcome to. That's Westar Music. Next, I want to show you our language database, which you might be excited about that as well. Julie, I bet your dogs would get a kick out of Westar Music, actually. So I want to go over Mango Languages. We actually don't have Mango Languages officially, but since we do have access right now, I would like to show you. If you've ever used Rosetta Stone, it's similar to Rosetta Stone, but it's not as in-depth because we don't have a language component at Full Sail. If you would like to learn a language, you simply click Learn, and that's going to show you all of the languages that are available. Before I get into the language courses, there's also English courses available. So if any of you are ESL students or English, someone's asking if you can post your own music onto Westar. That's a process that Full Sail is not involved with at all. You're welcome to reach out to Westar to see what that process is for posting music, but there's no type of interactive platform for posting tracks now. So going back to Mango, you'll see all of the English courses that are available in other languages, of course French and Spanish being the more popular. And if we jump back over to foreign courses, you'll see all of the courses with the orange dot are the more popular. So you'll see French and Italian and Spanish. And of course, you also see Pirate. So let's look at Pirate for a little bit. It's always pointed out to me that Pirate is also a language option on Facebook, as if Facebook having it as a language means that it's definitely legitimate. Let's go ahead and click Launch. And I'm going to click on Start Learning. You'll see that all of the languages have a different interactive background. I'm going to jump to 2.
This is how you say, stop your messing around and quickly align the ship with the wind. Belay your carousing and haul wind smartly. Here's how you would say, stop, quit. Belay. How do you say, stop, quit?
And everyone says, belay. So Pirate is fun, of course, but there are of course all of the other languages that you can learn, French, German. And just to give you a rundown of Mango languages, yes, it does, says the language to you and you can answer back, but there's also an option to record your voice and, listen to it compared to the recording so you can see how accurate you are. And it's really a pretty cool database that we have. That's the main databases that I wanted to go over with you. Before I move on, though, I want to go back to our main page to show you a couple things. If you forget anything, if you don't remember a login for something, don't hesitate to reach out to library@fullsail.com. Also, we have our frequently asked questions page that might answer your question as well. We updated that recently, and it really covers a lot of information. We also have an additional resources page that's located right here, and that's going to just have some other websites that might be relevant to you in your courses. So that being said, I'm going to go ahead and throw it over to questions, and I'm going to go ahead and put your attendance link up. The attendance link is also under your materials. I was asked to include this slide, so you have options. You can, of course, click on the materials link, and you can also see it on the slide right here as well. Trish may put it in the chat box as well, I'm not sure. So if anyone has any questions, you're welcome to type them into the chat box, but if you want to raise your hand, I have no problem unmuting you and you can speak to me and Trish as well.
Unmuted.
Hi guys, if you scroll up, I put the attendance link in the chat box. I know it goes pretty fast and I can't type that fast, so I apologize.
It looks like Javon has a question, so I'm going to go ahead and unmute you.
Yeah, hi. I was wondering, when would we use the EBSCO host again? I'm sorry.
What was the question?
When would we use the EBSCO host?
Are you asking when you would use for this course?
Yeah, like, I was asking. I'm sorry. Yeah, I guess that's what I was asking. The question was, when would we use it for the course?
Well,
Would that be for like?
Might be a question that Trish wants to take, which how exactly you'll be using EBSCOhost.
Sure, thanks, Molly.
Uh-huh.
In this week, it's LexisNexis, and in week 3, you'll be introduced to EBSCOhost.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, it looks like Christopher has a question, so I'm going to go ahead and unmute you.
Hi, I was wondering about the slide that had the email, the library information. Is that to create an account, or is that just to, yeah, that one right there?
That's to create a Koha account. So you don't need this unless you want to check out items from the library. You do not need this for the research databases. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, I was actually trying to figure out what my library login and password was, so I couldn't figure out like what it was. So I was just wondering.
Yeah, you'll need to create an account before you have that login.
Oh, okay.
Molly, Travis asked how long will a Quahog account take to be created after sending the email? Okay, Christina, it looks like you have a question. Go ahead.
My question's for the account now. When using this account, is it only for online students or campus students can use this too?
Campus students could use this account as well.
Okay.
Oh yeah, somebody should remute me. I'm sorry.
Okay. Jeremiah
Hey,
says,
I have a question.
Go ahead.
If a student has written a book and they want to donate it to the library, how would we go about doing that?
I think that would be a question for Molly to answer. And I'm sorry, I'm not sure why her mic is still muted.
There we go. I'm here now. To answer your question, if you have an item that you would like to donate to the library, you're more than welcome to email library@fullsail.com. We can't put everything on the shelves. We have to take into consideration the staff needs, the student needs, but we're definitely more than welcome to consider adding it to the collection. But your first step would be to email library@fullsail.com.
Okay.
Molly, there was also a question, how long does it take for the Quahog account to be set up after you send the email?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that I must have been muted for that response as well. It normally takes no more than 24 hours. In fact, it normally happens the day of, but it is an actual individual creating the account. So if we have, 100 emails that day, it could take up to 24 hours, but it shouldn't take any longer than that.
Okay, awesome. Travis, I hope you have your answer. Okay, we have just a few more minutes left. Does anyone else have any questions? And you guys are very welcome. Thank you for the thanks in the chat box.
Of course, you're very welcome. I agree.
Okay, cool. Molly, do you have anything else to add before I end this session?
No, I don't have anything else to add. Just thank everyone so much for your time.
And thank everyone for your time for joining us this afternoon. Thank you, Molly, for having me sit in. It was a pleasure. And enjoy your day.
You too.